First show of 2023.
Yep. Let me get some stuff pulled up here real quick, and then we will get started. There we go. That's what I wanted. All right, so let's say hello to everybody that's in the chat. We've got...
We should have really high attendance today. You know why?
Why?
Because all the bowl games are over except the one on next Monday. I'm bowled out, man. I'm tired, so... Tired of watching football, but yeah.
I understand.
Yep.
All right, so we've got Lance Smith and Caleb are in here. We've got Great White North Corvette. We've got Joseph Lamb. We've got New Angle Photo, Paul, Doug Hooks, Joe, Gary, John P., Bruno, John Somerville, Vet Sweetness. Awesome.
Very good.
Yeah. Welcome, everybody. And hopefully tonight we won't have any kind of streaming issues.
So far, we're looking good.
So far, everything good?
Looking good.
You're looking good.
Okay.
Darren installed a cell tower in the back of his house. So he's got his own service now.
All right, so tonight's subject is the C8 Z06 versus the Stingray battle that we just had. And also just some final numbers for 2022 that I received today. I didn't get the exact numbers that I wanted to get, but I did get some really good numbers from John and Keith of the Mid-Engine Corvette Forum that I think you guys will all be interested in hearing about. So tonight's giveaway, I think we're going to do a either a BOS or which one do you want to do, a BOS or a Thumbs Up Squad shirt?
We probably do either one.
Or we could do one of these, actually.
I know. What sizes do we have? Extra large for sure.
Extra large, large, and medium.
Well, let's do that. We can model. I'll be the model.
Okay. So this is R1 Concepts. You already know that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, check it out. Mm-hmm. He has their, not calipers, their rotors on his car. Mm-hmm. And very soon, hopefully, we'll have some stuff from them on my car. So they're going to be a brand new sponsor on the channel. Next week, I'll actually bring the box of goodies that they sent us, and we can start giving away some of that stuff too. Mm-hmm. But we'll give away one of the shirts first. Do I need to sit up a little bit? Looks like I'm shrinking low compared to you guys. Also, I'm going to bring up one of the Z06 giveaways that we talked about all last year. I can't believe it's 2023 already.
It sounds like a movie. It sounds like a science fiction movie. 2023.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's crazy.
Remember Back to the Future when it came out? 30 years in advance.
Oh, yeah, they were talking about 2015, yeah.
And we're like almost 8 years past that. It just blows my mind, yeah.
So, again, the Sprint Car Hall of Fame Museum is giving away a beautiful 70th anniversary. And actually, I'm going to pull it up here so you guys can see it because I do have it ready to go, I think.
What was the numbers earlier we were talking about for the Z06 anniversary cars? There's what, 26 of them?
That's a rare bird. Isn't that going to be?
That have been made so far.
Yep. It's amazing.
Yeah.
And how many white and how many black?
It's going to be rare for sure. No doubt about it.
Yeah. I mean, just to get an anniversary car or get a Z06 and get it both, that's...
All right. Let's share the desktop. And you guys should be seeing the beautiful...
Oh, it's got the stripes on it, too. It's got the stripes.
Yeah, it's got the stripes on it. It's a Z07 package.
There's only one set of stripes you can get on it. The only one set of stripes you can get is the gray stripes, right? That gray satin stripe. You can't get any other color stripe on the anniversary white.
Which in person, it does not look that dark on that.
No, it's not that dark.
No, it doesn't. You're right.
No, it's way better than that. Yeah,
it's almost like satin white.
Which is why I didn't get the stripes, because when you see it online like that, I'm like, I don't want that.
Yes.
But if you guys remember, when we were at Carlisle, when I got back, because I was 3,000 status on my car, I tried to get the stripes put on. They're like, no, sorry.
Yeah.
Too late.
Yep.
I agree. That car is awesome, and some lucky winner is going to win it. Look at how many donations have already been made. $325,000
worth of donations. So that's great.
Yep. Because you guys are Brink of Speed watchers, you get 20% more when you click on the link below. Okay, let's move on.
Elijah Ray's on. Right? Did you say Elijah's on yet?
Yeah, Elijah.
Carrie,
I think he is.
Caleb, Bruno.
Yeah, Elijah Ray. Yep, what's up?
Bernie Richardson.
You know what our giveaway question should be? I know we already have one, but we should ask Lance how many miles is on his car.
Oh, I know.
But I know it's winter there, and they probably haven't had a chance to drive it much. But.
Yeah, I think they've gotten it out a little bit, but yeah.
He's got an excuse.
So, real quick, the last 2 videos that we're actually going to be talking about tonight are the drag racing video with Jesse and I out at G2 Motorsports. Darren and Carlos were there as well, helping out as usual, to get all the great footage. And after that, the video that came out this morning or this afternoon is my other video that those are both linked in the description below. But that is the road course where Jesse and Lou actually get to drive the Z06. Did you see it yet?
Oh my God, I can't wait to talk about it.
Oh, good.
Oh my gosh, awesome. That was great.
Great footage, huh?
Great footage.
Yeah. So he was running around setting up cameras. I was doing my drone. Carlos was doing his drone. And we had GoPros in the car. So we actually had some GoPros on the outside of the car, but I wasn't able to obtain that footage. So that would have been cool to have, but I didn't get it. So
do you think maybe later you will and you'll do like a mashup
video
or something?
I think I will be able to get that footage later on.
That'll be cool.
So yeah.
Yep. And what people don't realize, it was windy that day.
Oh,
Very windy. The mics worked out really well. There were a couple people that said the volume issues. Well, it was probably 20, 25, 30 mile per hour winds.
Really?
Yes. It was windy.
When you were driving? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And this is what's crazy. I haven't flown my new drone in a lot of wind like that yet. Mm-hmm. And I'm used to my older drone that was heavier.
Yeah.
With wind like that, I could put it in sport mode and still power through the wind, no problem. But that little drone,
it
was struggling to go like 5 miles an hour against the wind.
Oh,
and it's a 40-mile-an-hour drone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
so there were a lot of shots I couldn't even get because I couldn't get over to the section I was trying to fly to. So if you look at that drone footage, it's actually pretty impressive that I was able to get what I was able to get because the wind was nuts.
It didn't seem like it. It seemed like it was stabilizing.
No, it was super windy.
It does do a good job of stabilizing. It's got an awesome gimbal on it. So, yeah, it does a great job. Let's look at some of these comments before we get into the main subject. I mean, we're already pretty much talking about it, but let's see. Nick D, what's up from Ontario, Canada? Carrie Glock, that was a great course. Absolutely. Jim Lee's on now. Carlos is on. Awesome. He says it was crazy windy. Oh my God.
There you go.
Yes, he knows. And he has a little bit bigger drone than mine. And I think he was able to get a little, faster through the wind than me. But still, I mean, even his drone next to a regular Mavic is quite small and quite a bit less heavy too. So I was missing my Mavic to be able to fight the wind, that's for sure, as far as getting through it.
Who's this from Ontario, Canada? Who said they were from Ontario,
Canada? Nick D.
And what's the temperature there? Is it too very cold? I'm sure all the cars are...
Ontario is right above Seattle, right?
No, Ontario is right above Detroit, right?
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
Detroit,
Vancouver.
Well, Windsor's right by Detroit.
Windsor's Detroit, but then up Ontario is like maybe
Vancouver.
40, a little bit after that. Yeah. So, yep.
And C8 Mario is from Ottawa.
Elijah, the asphalt looked like it was still wet.
No, it wasn't.
I know it wasn't. But it's just the way they were just,
it
looked brand new.
Yeah, it was brand new. I mean, literally brand new. Yes. I mean, it had been laid less than 2 weeks before that.
Really?
Yeah.
That's why Lou was a little bit, he's like, okay, the drag racing thing, he was very sensitive about that.
He didn't want you to drag on it yet.
Well, he wanted us to be careful.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's some people that were making comments in the video about doing the burnouts. That was a no-go. That was a no-go.
How sticky that track was, would you have even been able to do a burnout?
Oh, yeah.
It was sticky. I mean, they were talking, they felt like...
That Z06 was burning out.
Okay.
We laid some patches.
Actually, I can pull that up. Yeah, you have the picture, right?
The video, yeah.
Oh, the video.
Well, we'll talk about it, yeah. Let's talk about your drag first.
No, so we were trying to be careful.
First, right?
Yeah.
Originally, he was encouraging us to just do like roll type footage, which we did. But we wanted to do some launching, and he warmed up to it. Yeah. But we were careful.
Yeah.
We were careful.
Yeah. You wanted to invite back.
We wanted the invite back.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So what do you guys say? Should we talk about that whole experience? Again, we've already started talking about it, but last week we were showing you some things and hinting at some things, but we never got to really dive into it. So,
well, when I got here, I didn't know you had even done that.
Right.
That had gone to that track and raced. So,
kudos to everyone involved.
Yeah.
Because it would literally it came together very
quickly. Yeah.
Because we had Jesse leaving town.
Yes.
We had weather conditions.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Because had we done it Thursday, the next day it rained. It rained that morning, and I can't remember why we didn't do it Tuesday. Was it we had weather issue on Tuesday, or
I think Lou wasn't available Tuesday. But
and when Wednesday we knew it was going to be windy, but we were like,
it needed to happen.
It had to happen. If it wasn't going to happen,
Wednesday, that's fine. That's cool. It's just
so
I was looking forward to seeing the video along with everybody else. So yeah.
Yep. But yeah, it definitely needed to happen.
Now you never talked about the situation that happened before Jesse got there.
Oh no, I didn't because man, that video was already long and there was so much footage. Yeah, I do want to talk about that. So
because not only were we trying to get the cameras together.
Oh my gosh. Well, we were trying to be there between 11:15 and 11:30, and Jesse was trying to be there between 11:30 and 12.
Right.
So we were trying to get there a little bit earlier than him, but he called me up and he had a flat tire. Did I tell you about that?
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
No, Mike looked at me. He turned at me and he showed me the text. He's like, "Look at this." I go, and he had a screenshot of the sensors of 32, 32, 32, 0.
Zero.
So
on the Z06.
The right
on
rear.
Jesse's Z06.
And I go, "Where is he?" He goes, "He's at Walmart." And he's got the wheel at Walmart.
That should have been another episode of your show. You could have gone to Walmart, watch him try to fix a flat at Walmart.
Well, except for it would have taken me 50 minutes to get there.
Yeah, that's right.
But so good thing he had run flats. But the interesting
which you told everybody they don't need.
Yeah, I know. The interesting thing is he's never had a flat with a run flat, so he didn't even know what to do. And I was like, dude, you can drive this thing 50 miles an hour for 50 miles, so you'll easily be able to get somewhere. Just take it easy. So he did. He got somewhere pretty quickly.
He usually has a pit crew that worries about his tires.
Right, exactly. He usually has a pit crew.
He's Xfinity series, right? So
that's right. So anyway.
Infinity. Sorry.
Xfinity.
It's Xfinity. Okay.
Yeah. So
anyway, he gets his tire fixed.
He gets his tire fixed.
Well, Mike and I were looking at each other like, what do we do? Because
you're done.
Well, we had to get back for this. So, last week.
And then we were like, can we do this on Thursday next day? We're like, well, weather conditions, we don't know.
Yeah. Right.
And then, he didn't get it fixed at Walmart. He had to go to Firestone, which is good.
Okay, good.
And they were actually able to get him back on the road very quickly, all things considered.
Was it
they got him.
Because I was thinking
it was a nail.
Nail.
Yeah.
Let's just keep going. So Mike had taken his car out on the track just briefly, just basically did some
warm-up laps
with Lou.
Yeah.
I guess Lou was driving most of it.
Yeah.
But you drove a little bit too. But just to kind of get a feel for the track, and that's when we had the drones. We started lining up cameras a little bit. And then the video you released today, that's where we were all we had came back, and then Jesse pulled up, and then that's where Lou had heard and basically seen the Z06 for the first time, and you could tell it kind of lit up like, that's what, okay. Because he wasn't like Mike's car, he drove it. He was like,
He was like, I
mean, this guy, he has a Ferrari, F8 in his which is another story. We were supposed to get the Ferrari out too, and then his battery on that was dead.
Yes.
So you don't just jump a Ferrari, do you?
No, we actually he had the tech guy from Ferrari on the line. He's like, no, don't do that.
Charge it slowly.
He was about to do it too because he wanted to get that Ferrari out really bad, and we're like,
you can't jump a Ferrari? See, that's why they got a Ferrari. You can't. Come on.
But I'm sure you can.
Sorry, Ferrari owners out there.
We'll be back to do Ferrari footage.
Yeah, so
which video are we talking about first? Your drag one between the C8?
Yeah.
Between the Stingray?
Yeah, so what I was going to say is he finally got there.
Okay.
The funny thing is Lou was a little bit concerned about him having a plug in the tire, but Jesse's like, dude, I have a C6 Z06 with 3 plugs in one of my tires, and I drift. I drift with 3 plugs in my tire.
Lou didn't want to drive the car.
So
he was fine.
He was fine.
New track, liability.
Yeah, he figured out that, everything was good. So they drove it, and there was no issues. And actually, I've done tracking with a plug in my tire. So I never had any issues with that. So once he showed up, it was like game on. We got him out there right away. And as you saw, we got some really cool footage. I was disappointed in one thing, and that was Jesse did forget to hit his PDR on. I forgot to remind him to push his play button on his PDR or his record button. So we didn't get PDR footage of Jesse. We got PDR footage of Lou, which was really, really cool. But it was also cool to see Jesse from behind and in front. I love watching race car drivers' eyes and then their hands. That's the two things that I watch to see how far they're looking ahead and also how they use their hands on the steering wheel. And if you look at the difference between Jesse and Lou, the way they use the steering wheel, it's completely night and day different.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
See, I didn't look close enough at that, but I have to say, if you guys haven't watched that video, watch that video, and you'll watch it all the way through. Sometimes you'll get bored watching somebody just racing. It is so exciting because you could see Lou's face. He was so excited.
Oh,
and
yeah.
He just was attacking that course.
Yeah.
Like he had designed it or something. Yeah, which I guess he did. But he was attacking that course, and you were watching the revs and seeing where he was downshifting, so I'd replay it again. And I think there was only one spot on the track that where you used the brake. But you guys have to watch that video because it makes you want to race your car.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it was just incredible.
And
yeah,
the cool thing about them going out there is Lou had never driven a Z06. He's used to high-end cars, and he was a little bit worried about the brakes. But if you watch the video, he comments of how good the brakes were.
On that one spot.
Jesse, the interesting thing is when I drove Jesse's car, I was a little bit confused about the brakes because with my Z07 C7 Z06, my brakes were like you barely touched them.
They bite hard.
And it felt like it was throwing you through the windshield.
Huh. Yeah.
With that new Z06, it didn't feel that way. Well, Jesse said later on that once they were seated from doing the track, he's like, oh my gosh, now I barely touched the brake.
Oh, now they do it?
Yeah, now they do it.
So basically it gets it burned in
so
or
they
burnished
needed to be,
or whatever.
Yeah, they needed to be burned in, and they were. And once they were on the track, they get burned in pretty quick on the track. Both of them were like, wow, these brakes are phenomenal.
Yeah.
So it doesn't surprise me because, I mean, our brakes on our Z07.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, Lou didn't design it. A track specialist did, but I'm sure
correct.
He kind of knew what he knew what corners were coming up, right?
Oh.
All right. So, but he was driving it, just attacking it. It was just so fun to watch.
But he had also just 2 weeks earlier, I think it was a GT2 RS he had on the track.
He did.
Because I was asking, like, what do you think?
No, not a GT2.
Was it 3?
GT3 RS. Yes.
Yeah, Elijah, you're right. They were even shifting a little differently.
But even the Monday,
they were. Yep.
The Monday before we went there was a guy there that they were doing a little bit of track time in the McLaren. Was that a 725?
720S. Yeah,
20S, yeah.
Yep, 720S.
So Lou going into it, he was very neutral. He had there was no hype for him for the Z06. He was like, we'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see.
He literally was.
He was like, I don't know, we'll see.
Yeah.
He wasn't like starstruck before he.
No, not at all.
And a quick, without going into too many details, backstory about Lou. Chevy hasn't been very nice to him. He has been a professional race car driver for a very long time, and Chevy has not been super cool to him in the racing world. So he kind of has a bad attitude about Corvettes in general.
Did he race when he raced?
No, he raced Corvettes, but he didn't have sponsorship. He was basically competing against Chevrolet in their own car.
Okay. Which is crazy.
He was beating them.
He was beating them
in their car with tenth of the budget.
Right.
If that. Yeah. And that didn't go over well.
No, it didn't go. It really reminds me of Ford versus Ferrari and how the politics of that whole thing went down when, I forget his name, but the main driver for, what's his name? Shelby Cobra. He put him in that Shelby, and he was beating the Ford guys, and Ford didn't want anything to do with him,
Yeah.
So it's the same thing. It's a guy that is a phenomenal driver. And by the way, he would have pushed that car way harder, but he was obviously respecting Jesse's car.
Yeah.
You could tell he wanted to go all out. Because I'm telling you one thing right now. He gave Darren and I a ride in his Macan. his Porsche Macan GTS SUV. It's a 4,500-pound SUV, and he made it feel like it was a little car.
And
on that
there were
track.
3 guys in the car too.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
and a bunch of stuff in the back that was flying all
Yeah.
around too.
Passing your head.
I'm telling you, he
got on it.
It was amazing.
Well, because I could see him, and he was so casually driving too.
He did seem smooth the way he was.
Oh, he's smooth.
So there's some questions about the track. You got to be rich to use the track. How do regular people get on the track?
Yeah, let's go ahead and talk about
Lou's
that.
famous in the track world and has been for decades. I was just wondering, what's it like, that track? Is he from the Dallas-Fort Worth area? He lives around here? He just decided.
He's been in Texas a long time.
So he bought that land and
if you want to hear an amazing story, there's YouTube videos. In fact, I need to link one in there.
Oh, yeah.
There's YouTube videos. There's like 2 or 3 videos that explain his whole story.
So Lou started LG Motorsports and then sold it a couple years ago. My Z07, they did all the work on my C7 Z07.
Yeah.
And he built parts. He was building parts for himself for his car, and then he just started reproducing those and selling them. And then kind of his big claim to fame is he was making the competition, or what do they call them, the long tube headers. There's a name for it. Professional long. There was a name that he had came up with, and he had a deal with Borla, and it just took off. And he was making real money with that, and that's really what seeded the LG Motorsports, took them off. And then he had some real estate deals that he had done. He just kept parlaying his investments. And, but he's all in this track, and he's super passionate about it. So
make sure to look in the description and check that video out. I'll put it in there later because it goes into major detail.
Like the story about Lou and the track and everything? Yeah. Okay, good deal. But what's the deal about, I know in the video Lou was talking about the additional buildings that were going up, but it's kind of like a private,
that's what I was going to get into. Okay. So this is a track for people that have, quite a bit of money, but not billionaires. This is not a billionaire thing. This is a millionaire track. So it is quite hefty for a membership there, but it's because he's wanting it to be about 200 plus members, and that's it. He doesn't want to have thousands of members. He doesn't have the room for thousands of members, and he wants it to be like extremely nice cars that come out there. That's just his passion, his vision for the whole thing, and his goal. So we'll see what happens. I mean, he's already sold 8 or 9 of the condos, and the cool thing is when you buy one of those condos, it comes with the membership. Okay. So you don't have to pay extra for a membership. As long as you buy one of the condos, then you're automatically a member.
Okay.
Yeah, and like he said in the video, there's going to be Pagani, Ferrari, McLaren. They're going to have a setup there.
Yeah, it was like a dealership or something.
It's going to be like a...
They're going to test some stuff.
So if you're in the market to buy a Pagani or a McLaren, which, their headquarters are here in North Texas. They're based in Coppell.
Okay. Who is in Coppell?
McLaren.
McLaren.
Yeah.
Wow.
They moved their North American headquarters here. But, if you were a serious owner of McLarens or in the market, you may get an invite to Lou's track and get to drive some McLarens around there.
Wow.
And, I mean, when it's finished, which, will be probably sometime this year, it's going to be pretty ridiculous.
The clubhouse he was showing us, it's top notch.
Yeah, it is. No, I saw on your video you showed the drawings and the sketches.
And again, people, I get it. People can talk about the cost, but it's like being a member of a pretty exclusive golf course or a tennis club. Or, I mean, hell, even a country club.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
that's what it is. Yep.
I can say this. I don't know if you guys have heard of the Broadmoor in Colorado Springs.
The Broadmoor?
You guys have never heard of the Broadmoor? Okay. It is the wealthiest area of Colorado Springs. And in the late 90s, it cost $100,000 to be a member of that club. And it has 3 different golf courses, this giant hotel, all kinds of restaurants. And actually, the presidents of the United States, when they go to Colorado Springs, they stay at the Broadmoor. That's how, exclusive it is. But
very good.
It was $100,000 back in the late 90s.
Yeah,
to be a member there.
That's just who he's targeting.
Yeah,
so
it's not.
And $100 to play golf, even as a member.
Yeah, and I wouldn't say, because I'm going to say this statement, I'm not could be misunderstood. It's not fair to say that if you show up in a lesser car, whether it be a Miata or a Mustang, that you're a lesser driver.
Right.
But
not at all.
There are people that show up in lesser cars that maybe break the rules or maybe
crash into people.
Or maybe litter the track with oil or other fluids or things like that.
I don't know. He obviously has a lot of experience in this, and he just doesn't want to deal with that. And he's set his sights on having it pretty exclusive. And
he spent $3 million just on the top portion of that asphalt because it's Formula One racing asphalt.
I think at one point he said $35 million for the track.
Yeah,
and I'm not sure if he's including like the clubhouse building and some of the other stuff. But bottom line, he's got a lot of money invested, and it's all his money is into that track.
Yeah.
So he's super passionate about it. He's got a big vision and plan.
Good.
In the video, you just see all the grass and the dirt. And we were there. You couldn't. Again, it was super loud. Those big, heavy equipment machines going back and forth.
Yeah,
they were moving dirt.
Oh, really?
They were literally
actually doing construction.
Oh, yeah.
They were and he's out there, and him and his guy Bobby, who was a big help as well.
Yep.
They're out there every single day, pushing dirt around, trying to get everything ready, and it seems like this spring, summer, he's going to have a lot of these buildings kind of up and...
So what's the track there for? Does he have... There's not going to be sanctioned IMSA races or anything there. He's just going to be private club to go.
Yeah, he did...
Porsche clubs will go there on the weekend.
No.
I think he's going to allow some clubs to come there.
Who knows? Yeah, I don't know.
But they're going to have to be members.
If you build the track, they will come.
There was chatter. He has a race team that may set up there and do testing.
Okay.
He's very well known in the racing world because he was in it for 50 years.
Yeah, so he's got
and he was very successful. You know, he drove everything. He drove IMSA cars. He drove Trans Am cars. He's driven a lot of cars, and he's won a lot of races, and he has 3 championships. If
you watch I love watching the end of the video too, because he gets out and he's talking to you guys, and he's talking about, it's like, these cars are like my heroin, man. It's my high. I love this. Just give me a clean windshield, full tank of gas, and something else. Just give me 3 things. Clean windshield, a car, and a full tank of gas, and that's
what I told Mike. We'll get out there again, and if he would have been out there on his Ferrari, everybody would have been wowed big time because on that one straightaway, he hits 140 on his Ferrari, and that's why he knew afterwards. He said, "Yeah, this will hit 140." He could tell that car could do 140 on that straightaway
because he hit 123 or something.
He hit 126, and Jesse hit 129.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Yep. So, they were being gentle because Jesse didn't want to mess his car up, and also Lou. I cut this part out, but Lou actually said to him, now take it easy. And Jesse's like, trust me, I'm only going to go 50 to 60%.
Well, they don't have all the guard. The track isn't technically 100% done.
Well,
the track itself is done, but the guardrail in a couple sections isn't finished, and some of the runoffs.
Tire or something.
So that's what's amazing. Is you hear Jesse say he's only going to run his car at 50 to 60%.
Oh, I asked Jesse at the end. I go, what do you think you ran? He goes, about 60%.
Yeah.
That's what he ran on the track.
So that's what's incredible is you see them doing these laps, and, they look fast, but they are so much faster. If they actually went full out and did at least 9 tenths, 90%, it would have been crazier.
He would either hate me or love me for driving his track because I'd be going too slow, holding people up, or I'd be taking care of the car. And
they have a big
tractor
that has got a big sweeper thing. You could be that
guy.
Yeah,
I'll be the sweeper guy. There you go. I'll do that when I retire.
So real quick, I haven't even asked you guys yet, but please smash that thumbs up button if you have not done so. I know the thumbs up squad has. I don't know if you can tell. No,
I can't tell. I'm not looking.
I haven't seen any. I'm sure they're on it, but I haven't seen anybody say.
Just if you don't, what we're talking, just watch that video. He just released it. What, about 8 hours ago?
Yeah.
No, it was just 3-4 hours ago.
3-4 hours. Yeah. Great video. It's just so cool to watch them.
It was a ton of fun.
I say that the last best great track video was when we were watching Speed Phenom doing his track.
Yeah.
This was just as good because you got two professional race drivers, car drivers, talking during the race while they're going.
Yeah, and
so
then
not only seeing it, you're hearing them talk.
If you've seen the video and you just got tired of watching it and you didn't see the last part where Jesse breaks down pretty much all the corners.
Yeah, he starts talking again.
It's pretty cool. I mean, he goes slow and then he says what he would do different or what you should do, and Lou chimes in, and it's pretty cool. So the probably one of the coolest parts about this new relationship that we have going with G2 Motorsports is that we actually have an invite to come back a lot.
Cool.
Yeah.
Let me know a couple days ahead of time, and I'll try to make it with you guys.
So Lou
Bring my pace car.
I mean, it blew my mind. He said basically we can come back there anytime we want.
Make it the Brink of Speed testing facility is pretty much what he said.
He did say that.
Really?
He
Very
did
good.
say
So
that.
yeah, we've got some big ideas of having some people with us, people that people will know on here.
Good deal.
And soon, once it's completely done, there'll be times that we can.
Oh yeah.
We'll be able to measure cars that we run against other cars.
And I will say this. I will be getting lap times out there hopefully sooner than later. So
you guys are going to measure your lap times. I'm going to measure the number of times I get around without killing myself.
Whatever.
1. There you go. Made it around 1.
I think the only caveat was Lou said he gets to drive whatever we bring out, which we were cool with.
Well, where did he go right after he left the track? He went and got new tires for his car. Because you guys driving on that track like that?
No, his tires were fine.
Fine?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Dude, let me explain something about PS4s. Ron Fellows uses PS4s on every one of the cars that we're driving.
Yeah.
They last a lot of track sessions. So you don't have to worry about that. So what happened to
Speed Phenom? He was on that Willow Springs track that was really bad, right? They said it was really rough on the tires.
He was on the Cup 2
or had he
tires.
because he had?
But that was a totally different tire.
What tire was he on?
Cup 2Rs.
Cup Michelin.
That's a tread wear of like 100.
That's like okay, and Jesse was driving
300 tread wear.
300 treads, and he said that in the video. Okay,
so you're talking a very soft tire compared to a much harder tire.
Gotcha.
So yeah, much different.
Gotcha.
Let's go over some of these.
I'm on the same tires on my pace car for 25 years. Just letting everybody know that. And I'm not kidding. They're not dry rot. They're perfectly fine. I keep good care of my car. There are 25-year tires on my pace car.
Nobody cares about your tires on your pace car.
And it's got 10,000 miles, so it's perfectly fine. That's why I'm not used to buying tires.
I see Doug and Jim Lee are having a conversation.
What are they talking about?
And I wanted to say thank you to, I can never say this name. It's Foyzim, my car
TBA.
Beside.
Just call him TBA.
Okay, TBA.
Yeah.
He gave me a big congrats, excuse me, and said that this video took my channel to a new level. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I was not trying to ignore that comment. We just got into a deep conversation and couldn't get to it. But he says this is exactly like Monticello. That'd be cool. He does have a Ferrari there, so it could be similar, and Ferrari's gonna be there. So yeah. So let's see what Jim Lee and Doug are talking about. Oh, they're talking about second homes. I know Doug, I think, bought a house pretty close to Jim Lee. So,
oh, really?
Yeah.
This Virginia Beach,
yeah,
right?
something like that. Yep.
Yeah, we were trying to get General Lee to move out here, but he won't do it.
Come on, generally, you want the nice weather. Come on, man.
Yeah, Carlos made a good point. He said with higher and dedicated track members, there's a higher level of respect for the track too. Yes, that is correct.
Might be, yeah.
Well, it's just sheer numbers. If you have 200 to 300 people.
Caleb said BOS should get a special spectator area.
Yeah, there you go. Testing and spectator area.
That would be fun. Who knows? Maybe eventually we'll be able to do an event out there once every couple of months or so. He might give us that ability to do that. But
You know, somebody did mention, I didn't even say it, but your last video, the track video, the production value was unbelievable.
Oh, thank you.
You got the credits fading in and out and the music fading in and out. Then you had the aerial shots with the in-car shots. That was, way to the next level.
Thanks,
absolutely, because I was enjoying watching it and looking at all the special effects you had on it. So, yeah.
I'm learning how to do better on editing, I guess you could say.
The question here, who's going to Ron Fellows?
Who said that? Joey B.
So everybody raise your hand that's going to Ron Fellows.
We're going February 17th and 18th.
16th, 17th, 18th. We get there Thursday night, the 16th. Right. Be there Friday and Saturday.
But we're on the track 17th and 18th.
Yeah. Yep.
So I'm excited.
After seeing your video, I can't wait.
Oh, I can't. Yeah. I can't wait.
Yep.
It is. I'm telling you, I've been on the track so many times, and Ron Fellows blows them all away, all those experiences. So, and I've actually had a professional riding in my car with me in my C5 Z06 at Pikes Peak International Raceway.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Pikes Peak.
And that was probably one of the funnest times I've ever had on the track, because he was sitting there telling me what to do and telling me, this, that, and the other. And I was going faster and faster and faster. But it's so much cooler when you're in this, brand new C8 and you've got a guy on your radio
telling you,
go harder.
Yeah, telling you what to do. And they watch every move you make, and they're like, all right, fix this here, fix that there.
Oh, crap. I don't know.
No,
I
it's amazing.
I don't want to go then.
It's amazing.
He's going to be yelling at me every time I make a screw up. Iwuji, get going.
Yeah. So
let's go.
Andrew wants to know when I get my Z06. I have no idea. I wish I knew.
That's a good question for a lot of people, right?
General Lee says the concrete streets would drive him crazy in Texas.
They're not all concrete,
are
they?
There's a lot that aren't.
Yeah.
Actually, the problem with the asphalt streets here is when it rains, they get super slippery. So
the heat affects it too, right?
The heat, the heat does too. Yeah. Let's see. Ron Fellows was great fun. Those instructors are awesome. Yes, they are. They are absolutely phenomenal instructors.
What's TBA saying? Get a sim.
Well, that's a good point, because you should tell them the track is on the. What's the?
Oh yeah. So if you saw the video, actually, I was gonna pull some of that footage up, and I forgot.
You had all these videos ready to go, and you haven't shown any of them.
I know. What's the deal? You guys are supposed to remind me.
No, Robert, you can't bring your C4 to Ron Fellows. Sorry.
First, you got to get it running again, dude.
Yeah, we got to get you running.
Is you good?
He's getting it running.
Did you get your injectors yet? We got to get your injectors installed.
Let's see. Let me get back to. So yeah, there is a. Man, it's slipping me. What's the word I'm looking for? Simulator. Yeah.
Oh, is that what he meant by sim?
It's what program? The Corsa.
It helps on track.
Aceta Corsa.
It's the one that.
I'll show you. So you can download G2 Motorsports Park if you have that sim racing game. I don't think it's on iRacing though. iRacing is like the most popular one, but it is on this one. I'm going to find it here, and I'm going to put it up so you guys can see.
It's a video game that you watch. You run on G2. They've got the track downloaded
on there. Yeah.
Oh,
yep, that's correct.
The last video game I played was Atari. So
yeah, simulator.
Yeah, TBA saying yes, simulator. Sorry, I don't.
Okay, so
not hanging with the lingo.
It's coming up here. Actually, I'll just play it right now, because that way you guys can see some of this stuff as he's getting there. Should I turn the volume up for you guys? Function.
He's talking about Ron Fellows. Great money well spent.
Oh, yeah.
Been there twice. Go back a third time. So, but Chevy only pays for the one time, right? Or they do the...
how many VINs you got?
Yeah, they pay...
Per VIN.
Yep,
per VIN.
Yep, per VIN.
Well, I got 2 VINs so far.
There
so
you go.
You go again.
I can go twice. Yeah. Oh, I didn't.
Well, but one's expired probably.
Is one expired? Well, the one I registered because they extended it, right, for people that couldn't. But when we called up last year, they said we're extending it because, and I used, I think, my first VIN. So
was I talking and I missed it? Because I thought it came up right.
What are you looking for?
The Aceta course. I thought it came up right here.
When he does what? Just
Maybe
watch
it's on
the video. Look at that
lap.
video. Isn't that cool?
It's probably on the second
Look
lap.
at him gripping that steering wheel.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah, it's probably on the second lap.
Look at that. That is... And you can see him doing the paddles. I think somebody was saying, hey, can you see him doing the paddles?
Oh,
you can see him hit the paddles.
Oh, yeah.
He can hear it, too. I mean,
he uses the paddles in his...
his Ferrari.
No,
it's Porsche.
Oh, on the Macan?
Yeah. He uses them on there.
SUV.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, maybe it's when Jesse's driving.
Yes, Bruno. Asteroids. There you go. Atari LOL was in my basement. The pristine box. Yep, you probably sell that. Big money. Pong. Yep.
Anyway, I don't know why I can't find it, but
I'm sure if you Google it, you'd find it.
Just watch that video.
If you have a
so
simulator,
cool.
look, you'll figure it out. But it's on one of the main ones.
So anyway, it was a phenomenal experience, as you guys can see on the videos. The drag racing stuff was really, really fun. The problem was we didn't have really a long enough straight. They said we could go on that back straight stretch, but it was uphill. So I figured, let's stay on something flat.
But again, Lou wanted to be careful because the runoff on that wasn't done.
Yeah,
People are like, oh, you should have done a quarter mile. Well, yeah.
We're not at a drag strip.
We're not at a drag strip, and yeah.
So I hope you guys enjoy both of those.
Are you going to talk? Well, we can talk about the drag because I've got a couple thoughts on this.
Yeah, go for it.
Drag.
Yeah,
well, it was just interesting. What was your? When I first saw you guys doing the drag racing, I didn't see a huge difference. In fact, I think the first couple times you might have beat him out of the gate. I think, right?
Well,
it didn't look like he was killing.
At first time. He hadn't set up his launch control.
Okay.
So then the second time,
second drag,
I went late.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to make sure that he got out of the gate, and once he got out of the gate, he was gone. So I had a delayed reaction. But once we paired up perfectly, it was like my car would get out in front of his just a tad bit, and then he would start catching me, and he would pass me by the 8th mile every single time. So
I guess, when you're looking at the video, and if you look at the 0 to 60 times of the C8, it's what, 2.8, 2.9, and the 0 60 for the Z06 is 2.6?
Yes. That is correct, but
those are best times, ideal conditions.
Those are ideal conditions.
Ideal conditions.
If it was,
I think Jesse did have a 2.9. He had a 2.9.
Yeah, he did.
Or maybe
2.95.
Yeah, something like that.
But the difference between the two don't strike me. And what did you feel? There was one comment about the low end torque of the pushrod of the Stingray, the low end torque. You don't really feel that power of that engine unless you're really freely revving it higher.
Oh no, you feel it on the Z06 too.
Well, who made the comment that the low end torque of the Stingray is undeniably strong as well?
I don't know. I mean, yes, it does have low end torque, but the Z06, I mean, it has 460 pound-feet of torque.
And what does the Stingray have?
470.
The Stingray has what?
470.
It has more torque than the Z06
by 10.
See,
but here's the thing: once you have 400 plus torque,
yeah,
I mean that's a lot of torque.
Yeah,
and it's gonna get you going.
Because that's what you feel when you're stepping on the gas from 0 to 60.
Yes.
And that's why I like my Stingray. I like the Z06. Don't mean to be a detractor or naysayer, but I just...
Oh, trust me, if you drove the Z06, you'd love it.
No, because I don't rev over 3,500, okay?
You'd be like, my ears.
Yes,
that's true.
I'm telling you, I like push rod. I don't like overhead cams. It's too mechanical, too much going on there.
Yeah.
A lot of noise.
Sounds amazing.
And I'm saying, it does sound amazing. And I'm saying that after I said the video looks amazing because not only you could hear him shifting and the engine... up shifting and down. It was pretty impressive, but still, the torque and the regular Stingray is just fine enough for me.
Yeah. All right. Well,
see, and Green Rush says I'm right. So I am right.
Well, Green Rush, yeah.
Everybody else tell me if I'm right or not, but that low end torque of the Stingray, to me,
I mean, I've driven both.
Yeah.
So
yes, you have.
I'm telling you, you can't.
You
really
weren't just
tell,
being wooed by the sound of it. You weren't going, "Oh wow, the sound."
In the low end torque, that Z06 gets up. In fact,
you can't
it just
feel
wants
the difference.
No, you can't.
Oh, you can't.
No,
okay.
you can't tell. That Z06 feels just as torquey at low RPM as my car. It feels just as torquey.
Generally says, every time I hit 8,600, I'll yell this for you, Mark. There you go.
I love it.
Torque wins races, but the LT2 runs out of steam on long straights. But I'm never going over 100 miles an hour, so I'm never going to run out of a long straight. 0 to 100 is fine for me. So
look, that you're making great points, Mark. You really are. Because a lot of people commented on Mike's video how they love their Stingray. The Stingray's great, and they're 100% right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Stingray is an awesome car.
Yeah.
And for a lot of people, if you don't have these ambitions of going crazy fast,
being Lou Giannotti.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. The takeaway that I had from it, I'm sure Darren had the exact same takeaway, is do we still want Z06s? Of course.
Yeah, I mean, it's
however,
a cool car.
If you're on the fence about whether you should spend double what you paid for your Stingray for a Z06, this video probably helped you figure out very quickly you don't need to, because you're buying two things with the Z06, in my opinion. You're buying the wide body look, and you're buying that sound. You're buying the phenomenal sound that 8,600 RPM gives you.
Mm-hmm.
But really, the problem with the Z06, and I told Jesse this, is with my Stingray, I can go 3 gears and I'm still just in the 60s.
Yeah.
Okay? With the
Aren't the
Z06,
pulls,
3 gears and you're in the hundreds.
So 0 to 60 is really just 1 gear change on a Z06.
No, it's
0 to
second
60.
gear.
Yeah.
It's second gear.
1 gear change. You're in first
Oh,
to
yeah,
begin
yeah,
with.
yeah, my bad.
So you
Yeah,
basically
yeah.
have 1 gear change.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
You just go 1, 2, 3,
Well,
4,
think about this.
You know, shifting. And
Chevy did something phenomenal with the C6 Z06 because the C6 Z06 went 62 miles an hour in first gear.
Oh, so you didn't even have to change.
You never had to change.
Okay.
They did that on purpose.
You blew
So
your engine
just
after the first
get
run.
a
Go
good
into the
launch.
red lines, and then you know you hit 60.
Yes.
But it's one of those things, I think, with the power, if you don't know, then you don't know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
But so if you're on the if you never knew or experienced the power of the Z06, then you don't know what you're missing. You're fine. It's just like I always tell people, there's 6K, 8K TVs. I don't even want to look at those because if I don't know any better, I'm cool with my 4K TV.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Same with
All right.
audio stuff, right? I mean,
And here's the thing. Every time I would do videos about my C7 Z06, I always said the same thing, and that is most people are not going to be able to put the power down to the ground on this car and handle what it does when you do put the power down. The C8 Z06 reminded me so much of my C7 Z06 because there's so much power. You cannot use 100% of that power. Otherwise, you're breaking the law big time.
All the time. Yeah.
I mean, you guys saw how fast. I forgot to blur my video out, the speed, until after I had released it. So I had to get back on YouTube and blur everything out. But you guys were able, the early watchers of that speed, or of that video, were able to see that, it went from like 60 miles an hour to 117 like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just like, and at 117, that's almost 50 miles an hour over our speed limit.
I was going to
and
say, I've gotten 0 tickets in my C8 Stingray, but I've gotten a few in my C7 Z06 for that exact reason, because a downshift to third gear to hit an exit, boom.
Yeah.
You're 105. So when I get pulled over by in that same situation, and he says, "Do you know what you did or how fast?" I'm like, "Well, I was just trying to get."
Yeah.
He's like, "Doesn't make it right."
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's why I saw a lot of comments on that video, not on that video, on the drag racing video, where people said, well, that helped me with my decision. Now I know I don't need a Z06. I'm really happy with my Stingray, or I haven't bought one yet because I was holding out, and now I'm just going to get a Z06. Honestly, I mean, if I wasn't a YouTuber, I wouldn't even be going after the Z06 because I love my Stingray. I went from thinking I could not do anything but a Z06. I was as I've said
you had the
plenty of
C7
times.
Z06.
Well, I had the C7, the C6, and the C5, and they're all Z06s.
Wow.
But I was kind of like a Z06 snob. I thought the regular base Stingray was just not as good. But I'm telling you, the C8 is a different story from all the rest of the base cars. This C8 puts the power down perfectly. As you see, it grips and goes. And I've gotten so used to having 100% power to use that I don't like anything else now.
Right.
You know?
Gets me to my car shows very fast, let me tell you.
Well, and your car insurance is half. Half the price. I mean, look, there's nothing. Like I said, the Stingray is awesome.
Yep.
Stingray's amazing.
Yes, Green Rush. There's a video of the C8 Stingray versus the C8 Z06. That's what Mike released 2 days ago.
Yeah.
You gotta go look at it.
I released that on Saturday. Go down into the description of this video and you'll see it.
Yeah, it's
down
a
there.
good video to watch.
You can click on it.
And he's
there.
racing a NASCAR driver, by the way.
Yep.
In a Z06.
So, once again, if you haven't smashed the thumbs up button, please do so. We're going to give something away now. We're going to give this shirt away in a large, extra large, or medium. And we have a question for everybody. And that is, what was Jesse's MSRP on that orange non-Z07 Z06?
Non-Z07,
Let's give him options. It's a 3LZ. He has the ceramic brakes. He's got the transparent roof.
Okay.
He has...
Any carbon fiber packages?
He had stealth, right? Did he have stealth?
No.
He didn't.
Any carbon fiber?
No.
He did technically have an upgrade in the wheels because he has the bronze wheels.
Yeah, he does have the bronze wheels, and he does have...
Did he have black exhaust?
He also has the carbon flash arrow.
Front lift?
So, no front lift.
He didn't get front lift?
No front lift, nope.
And it comes with, what's the mag ride option on that again?
Comes with that.
All
yeah,
mag.
Good.
Mag ride, okay.
Yeah, mag ride is standard.
Standard on the Z06?
Yep.
Okay, there you go.
Right.
There's some people that are close. I don't even know the exact number, but I see some that are close.
Yeah, there's some close numbers here. You guys are doing really good. People know their stuff.
Which, is a good point because I don't even think I've ever seen a C8 Stingray coupe with that transparent roof.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if
I don't think I've ever seen this. Just
they have them in Corvette World all the time.
Well, how much is that option?
I think it's...
Is it 1,800, 2,000? No less?
I think it's 1,500, 1,400, something like that.
It's kind of a cool compromise.
Yeah.
If you're not going to get the...
You can get both roofs,
No,
too.
I know.
Yeah.
But if you were on the fence about getting the convertible... I don't know.
You're right. I had
cool.
not seen the clear roof. I've never seen the clear roof.
So far, no one has gotten the exact amount yet. But we have some people that are close. Oh, okay. I'm going to end it because we have somebody that's extremely close.
If it's approved, I think he's, yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, let's go ahead and end it now. I'm going to type end.
End it now. End.
There's the end. Good job, guys. So I'm going to go ahead, before we even say anything, I'm just going to let you guys see it because I have it right here. So let's...
Oh, you've got his window sticker.
I have his window sticker.
Oh, yeah.
Check that out.
Let's see.
It's 140,000.
120.
120. So our winner is 139.9 because nobody else got... Somebody put 138. Where's the 139.9? I saw it.
Wow. What options did he get on it there then?
Well, unfortunately, I don't know if I can zoom into that.
Can you zoom into that?
No, I can see it. Like, what do you want to see?
Can you see it? Okay. Sheesh, people are still throwing... Oh, here we go. Brian Hester. Congratulations, Brian. You said 139,900.
Well, and so there we go. So because people have asked, his gas guzzler tax is 2,600.
Mm-hmm.
The ground effects. Oh, it does say carbon fiber, painted carbon flash.
Oh,
that's interesting.
Yeah, okay. That's how they all are.
Okay.
Oh, let me get that out of the way.
$29.95. Boy, those wheels. That's a lot of money for that option. $37.95.
It's because he probably got two sets.
Really?
That's for the wheels. It's no. Is that on a line by itself?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe it is then.
That doesn't seem right though.
Actually, I have it.
See?
There you go. Yeah.
Custom ceramic brakes. The brakes itself for $8,500.
No, that's a big one. It looked like
yeah.
below at the wheels. I didn't realize that was a 37.
The wheels are $37.95.
I didn't realize that either.
Carbon fiber painted carbon flash $29,300. Gas guzzler tax $2,600. Transparent roof is $995.
$995. Okay, cool.
But the Amplify Orange is $995.
Yeah, that's a lot of money for those wheels.
It is.
Which rumor has it, Jesse may have Forge Light wheels in the near future.
Oh,
He may be the first guy with a Z06 Forge Light wheels.
Okay. But just the custom ceramic brakes, I guess, by driving on that track, that Lou would have probably felt the difference.
Oh, no, the brakes, that's yeah, for
brakes,
sure.
The $8,500 for...
So real quick, guys, Brian, please email me at my email. I'll put it on here, bos2020c8@gmail.com. And let me know your information so I can shoot you out that shirt.
Yeah.
Oops. Gmail.com. There we go.
All right.
So, the last thing I wanted to go over with you guys is the numbers for 2022. Okay? So, I have some...
2022.
Well,
numbers that were built in 2022.
Yeah. So, the numbers that we talked about last week haven't changed. I'm not going to talk about those. I'm going to talk about something else. Let me go to my windows here and pull up a couple of things.
Jim Tauser, did you get on? You told me you might get on. I don't.
You guys are really going to like this. This is cool. So, the Mid-Engine Corvette Forum put up something that I think you guys will all be interested in seeing. And that is the year-to-date sales between the top 3 dealerships, McMulcum, Ciocca, and Criswell. And McMulcum took first.
No way. Really?
Look. They sold 1,486 C8s. Ciocca sold 1,441.
They're beating out Ciocca now, huh?
And Mike Furman at Criswell sold 603.
Himself.
Well, I'm just saying, Criswell.
At Criswell, does there other maybe
Scroll.
So yeah,
let's see the 4 through 10 under
we got 4 through 10 here.
Curious.
We got Bonham at 582. Les Stamford at 481. I've never heard of Stingray Chevrolet.
That's in Florida.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
291. Another Bonham at 225. Rick Hendrick at 222. Coughlin, which is Rick Conti's, 207. And George Matlock at 179.
Where's Classic? Classic must have fallen off of that. They used to be 8, right?
No, I think they were 9 or 10.
9 or 10, so they fell off, huh?
They did.
Is that where we stop at top 10? Is that all they got?
Yeah, that's all they have on there.
Stingray, yep.
So there's another piece of information that you guys might like to hear, and that is we know how many Z06s were built. And this is really cool because we know in September that GM came out and said they're only going to build 285 or 291, whatever the number was. Mm-hmm. And then they decided to open up the books again in November and allow some more allocations. So guess what, guys? 450 Z06s were built.
Wow.
In the year 2022, and 38 of those were 70th anniversary Z06s.
Now, what's the number of the Z07s? It's pretty limited too.
I don't know that.
Less than 100, right? Way less than 100.
I don't know. I would say yes because of the constraints.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would think it'd be less than 100. But I thought you guys might want to know that. Unfortunately, for some reason, nobody has the numbers that I'm looking for. I really want to know how many C8s were built. I don't care if they were 2022s or 2023s. I want to know from January 1st of 2022 to December 30 or whatever the day is that they stopped.
How many
the 23rd
did they screw
or whatever
together and send off to the dealers? Yeah.
How many did they create? And I asked John, the director of the Mid-Engine Corvette Forum, and he said, unfortunately, we don't have that number yet. So if anybody knows that number, I'd love to have it in an email.
General Lee says his VIN is 478.
Nice.
So they're pushing the Z's out.
By the way, did you catch what VIN Jesse's car was?
No, I didn't. Oh, it's
30-something?
34.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He had a custom VIN. That's
34.
Right.
Oh, he had a custom VIN? He didn't pay for the custom VIN, though. It wasn't on the sticker.
Hey, if you know somebody.
All right.
Well, he drives for Chevrolet.
He drives for Chevrolet, so there you go,
that probably
guys.
Helped.
All right, I'll have to become
So, Mark, do you want to guess, because I wrote these down too, for the C8 Stingray anniversary car, the anniversary edition, what percent, or how many have been made up to December 28th?
I'm thinking it's over 2,000. Just listening to Corvette Today podcast and a couple other numbers. Is it over 2,000?
Number I found as of December 28th with 2,069.
2,069.
Now,
so
percentage, I don't have the exact numbers. I had them, but percentage-wise, what do you think is pearl white metallic and black carbon flash?
Well,
which one do you think is more popular?
I've heard through the grapevine that white is a lot more popular.
It is, almost 3-to-1. 67% was the white pearl and 33% black carbon flash. But here's the interesting one. Now, we all know these are all 3LT cars.
Yes.
But what do you think the percentage breakdown is coupe versus hardtop convertible? Knowing that generally the normal cars is about 50-50. It's about 50-50. What is it? Like almost 51-49. It's
Depends
very
on the time frame. The convertible has taken a head of steam with it.
Yeah, 2022 was 49.2 coupe and 48.2 convertible.
So I'm going to say 60% are convertible.
Okay,
your total guess, 60% to 40% coupe.
You're pretty close. 64.
Get out of here.
64 hardtop convertible.
Yeah.
36 coupe.
Yeah. So it's even more than 64%. Right. Wow. Yep.
It's convertible is the
way. We've converted people over to the convertible.
Well, it would be interesting too in the Z06 what that breakdown is, because everyone for the Z06, a lot of people are like, oh, I want to get the coupe because they want to see the motor, but I think that wears off pretty quick.
Yep.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
It does. I mean, especially because I don't have the Captain America car anymore. I loved that engine cover, the red, white, and blue. It really matched the whole wrap and everything, but just having a normal C8 Stingray, I love the convertible. I mean, every day it gets better and better, and it's about to get even better. So
okay. Big talker.
So here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to get off here soon, but I just want to tell you there's some really big things coming for Brink of Speed, the whole channel. That includes Darren. That includes Mark.
And we got some new things coming up.
Got some new things coming. Some really cool content coming your way.
Not to tease it all, but it's true.
I'm very disappointed right now that I don't have my second car because I thought I'd have it by now, but it's waiting to be loaded on a truck. I don't know.
It's actually been produced?
It's 3 weeks.
Oh my God.
3 weeks it was built.
Can we go pick it up?
So
Where's
I think the problem is a chip issue. I don't know that for a fact, but I'm guessing there's a chip issue.
Could be weather too, maybe.
Quality control is where it's sitting. So anyway, I hate that it's that way because I'd love to have already been started doing content with it. But I will give you one really big hint.
Oh, he's going to hint here. It's on a boat from Germany. No. Isn't that what I'm
going to give you one big hint.
It's on the boat from Italy.
It is a 6-speed manual transmission.
Oh, well, then it's not a Corvette.
Is it 6 or 7-speed?
6. It's a 6-speed manual transmission.
Oh, maybe it's a used Corvette. Maybe he's got a ZR1 coming, maybe.
Could be a Honda Civic R.
Green Rush said, you'll give it away. No, I won't.
No.
Trust me, I won't give it away. There's a lot of cars out there with 6-speed manual transmission.
ZR1 had the 6-speed, right? 6-speed?
No.
Was it a manual? What was the manual on the ZR1? 7?
Yeah.
Well, a 6 with an overdrive. So
we,
all right.
We're going to have a lot of people guessing, but there's that. And then there's some other stuff that's happening.
Look at him.
Also.
He just wants to tell everybody.
There's some other stuff that's happening as well.
You're going to have to wait.
So anyway.
We're going to be using the, what's our lift that we use?
Oh, the Quick Jack.
Quick Jack. We're going to be using that a lot.
Yeah, we're going to be using that.
And like you said, it's not just you got stuff. I got stuff, and Darren's got stuff.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
We're going to do a really big giveaway in the next week or two. It's pretty much good to go.
Yeah.
It is good to go. I shouldn't have. It is.
Well, and I already told you guys last week. I've got key tags coming. They're actually being shipped tomorrow, I believe. If not today, they were shipped. I don't know. But anyway, really cool, new, exciting key tags. just for this giveaway. So,
Doug, you're right. It's a Prius. Doug's right. He's getting a Prius.
If anybody likes my car, which Green Rush has said some pretty kind compliments tonight, so thank you. You're going to have an opportunity to make your car look like mine. Let's just leave it at that.
Yeah, that's right. That's correct.
That'll give you a hint about the giveaway.
Yeah. All right.
So anything you like about my car, there's a good chance that
there's a giveaway involved in that.
Hello, Robert. I didn't even see you on here till just now, but welcome. Thank you for being on here as usual. But yeah, I think that's going to end things.
Yeah.
Mark, you need to give a shout out to your buddy James. He's on here.
Yeah, Towser.
Nice.
I actually sent, and he said, yep. I said hello to him before.
Okay, good.
But thank you guys so much.
Call me on the way back. Call me in about a half an hour on my drive home.
Thank you guys so much for joining us as usual. We couldn't do this without you guys. Thanks to all our sponsors, and we keep getting more. I mean, this is another one right here.
We've got some Paragon parts coming. They've liked what we've been doing and wanted to get involved with us. So look for some Paragon stuff.
Yep. So thanks to everybody. You guys have a wonderful rest of your evening, and we'll see you guys next time.
Out on the road.
That's right.